video. Thank you guys for clicking in today. As you guys can see by the title or by the header or by the thumbnail, whichever you seen first, today we are doing a story time about how I came out and openly identified as being bisexual. So if you want to hear how that all went down, make sure you keep watching this. Just know my ring light is going to reflect off my glasses, but you know, we're still here, we're still doing it, we're still trying. So we're going to start the story off with a little trip down memory lane. We're going to start it off with, I guess we can start it off with the person. For the sake of this video and for the sake of our relationship, I'm going to rename her Monet. We're gonna name her Monet. So I met this girl named Monet. So 2019, I was still in school. I was serving. We both served at the same restaurant. So we met each other at the restaurant. It had to be it was between January and May of 2019 because this was also during the time that I was taking my internship. At the time when we first initially met, we didn't really know each other. Like, I don't want to say we didn't know each other. Like, she knew me because everybody knew me because, girl, I'm hot shit. But I was a nighttime server, so I only really knew the people who worked on my night shift, and she worked on the morning shift. So it was kind of just like, we don't really run into each other except for like when you leaving or going, and we just say hi and bye. So that was like the basis of our relationship. So one day, I go into work, and this girl, she said some old like fly shit to me, right? So I was like, I'm a lady. She can't talk to me like that. But either way it goes, like, I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, who that girl talking to like that? Like, does she know who I am? Let me go show her who I am. So fast forward, because I'm not telling y'all what she said. So fast forward to like us actually like getting in the process of, I guess, talking outside of being at work. So at this point, this girl, Monet, she started making advances towards me. Like, she just started saying like little fly stuff at work, or like smiling all hard. One shift, she was trying real hard to get my number, and I gave her my number. But here's the gag. So I gave this girl my number because she was literally like, oh, what's your number? Like, give it to me. She handed me her phone. I give this girl my number, and she texted me once. Or she would make plans with me, and then the day of the plan, she would disappear. So personally, since like, I'm a bad bitch, so like, I know you're not standing me up, I'ma just assume you got somebody else at home, because it's like, is you stupid? Is you dumb? Hello? The fuck? Like, you not texting me? You standing me up? Like, who? Exactly. When she started doing that, like I said, I assumed that I already had somebody at home. So I'm not a home wrecker. I'm not interested in dealing with people who already deal with people. And once you play with my time, which is what she was doing, because that's what I felt like she was doing, I blocked her. Then that week of her being blocked, she must have contacted me, and I didn't answer because she was blocked. So when I came back to work, she asked me like, oh, you know, Z, like, I called you on this day, like, what's going on? I was trying to link up. I was like, playing games, and I blocked you. She found out she was on the blacklist. She's like now all like, acting like she cares. So I'm just like, okay, feeding into it, because at this point we're at work. All of these interactions up until this point all happened at work. So it's just kind of like, So one day I'm at my internship, and she hits me up, and she's like, hey, you know, like, you want to go out or whatever. So I had already had plans with somebody else that night, but our plans was kind of falling through. It was like, well, we do have plans, but like, they fell through. So she was still hitting me up, like, still being consistent. She's like, yeah, you know, like, I want to link, like, let's go to movies, let's go get food or whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm never finna, like, I don't really turn down a meal. So it's just like, so fast forward. So we go on this date. I guess it would be considered our first date. I don't really know if it's our first date, but it probably would be considered our first date. During this first date, we had like a really good time. Like, we went to the movies. We seen Get Out. We didn't see Get Out. We seen Us. Actually, I don't know what we seen, but we did see, I think it was, I don't know. We went to go see something. We went out to eat. After we went out to eat, we sat in the car for hours and like had like conversations about a whole bunch of other stuff. And girl, every day after that, she hit me up to like hang out or go out. We had real chill ass times. Like, our vibe was really thorough. So it was like always a real good time. So I was just like, okay, well, you know, like, I'll hang out. whatever. So we always used to meet down Kelly Drive. That was like our go-to spot. Like Kelly Drive, we met down Kelly Drive at least like 3 times out the week. Sat there, we talked, we smoked. The vibe just kind of changed. Like, it was never a set thing, but it was kind of like, okay, well, we vibing. Like, we always vibing. We talking all the time. We texting all the time. We hanging out all the time. Like, we're vibing at this point. So we gonna skip down to like May. It's like at least 2 months, a month and a half. We gonna go with a month and a half to 3 months between the time frame of like us talking. So this is coming up after my internship, and I decided that for May I was gonna go to Mexico because with my close friend at the time, and then like a whole bunch of things happened where she couldn't go. So basically we still had a trip that we paid for, and now only I'm able to go. So at the time I didn't really have any friends that could just pick up and go to a trip right away. Alright, so I extended the invitation to Monet because it's like, okay, well, we didn't already, she don't have to put up no money. Like, she literally only needed to get a plane ticket and her. But like, going on our trip to Mexico, everything is fine. Like, when we there at road trip, and it was really fun. Like, we had a really good time. We had a few hiccups, but we had a really good time. So after we came back, you know, we still were not together. We get back from Mexico, we going with our normal lives, and then like it dawns on me like, yo, I kind of really like this girl. Continue to talk, and then things began to progress. Our relationship began to progress. Like I said, like our friends knew each other, her family knew of me, and I kind of just felt like I was keeping her a secret because all of my close friends knew, all of like my peers knew, all of my coworkers knew, but well, brother knew, but like my parents didn't know. So like it began to bother me. I felt wrong for like hanging out with her family knowing that my family didn't know. Again, my brother knew, but my mother and my older brother and my father and I guess everybody else, they didn't know. So it's kind of like I need to prepare myself to have this conversation. I said all of that basically just to kind of give y'all a backstory of our relationship and where we was and why I did it. Because I went all these years without saying nothing. So like why would I say anything? I honestly came out was because I cared about her. Like fast forward. So I don't really remember what day I told my mom, but it took me like 2 weeks. Like I ain't even gonna lie. It took me like 2 weeks to like honestly be like, okay, like you ready? Like how do I do this where it's not like too much, but you still know what's going on with me? So like it was a constant battle. Like it was a constant battle of trying to figure out, you know, when's the perfect time? Like what's the perfect way? How do you deliver? Here's word of advice: it's never a right time. Like you're never going to feel like this is the perfect moment. This is what I should do. It's never going to be that time where it's just like, all right, do it now. Like, it's not like that at all. And I was waiting for that moment. Nah, G, it don't work like that. So one day, I was actually downstairs. Y'all know I wear wigs, but underneath these wigs, I got cornrows. So this day, I like wash my hair, you know, blow dry my hair. I go downstairs. She gonna do my cornrows, and then I'm gonna go with my day. So I'm like, okay, we just sitting here. I think it's just me and her. Like nobody else is in the house besides my cat. So I'm just like, okay, like this is a good time to like, you know, I guess say it. So I'm sitting there, like first cornrow going. I'm like, all right, go ahead, you got it. Second cornrow gun. I'm like, oh shit, I'm kind of scared. I don't know how to say it. She gonna receive it well. Like, what should I do? Third and a half cornrow going. I'm like, all right, sis, like this, you need to do something. All right, so I slide in with the like, mom, like I need to tell you something. She like, what, Mo? You pregnant? I was like, yeah. She was like, Mo, seriously? I was like, no, I'm gay. Boom. I'm like laughing right now, but I swear it was not funny. But it was like, no, but here's the truth. And then she literally was like, oh, I knew it. I knew you probably was. Then she was like, who your girlfriend? That girl, your friend that you went to Mexico with? I was like, yeah, she's the one. Nah. And she like, you know, I kind of thought so. I kind of knew. But, you know, how do you know? So, you know, we had this whole conversation. We talked about it for a while. And then it's kind of over. Like, after that conversation, it was kind of over. But then it became, like, awkward. All right, so essentially, it was never expressed to me directly that, like, you know, it was a problem. But, like, I could tell by the feel of things. And then by the way my brother was talking to me that my mom did feel some type of way. So I did have a conversation with her. And for a while, she thought it was, like, a phase or, like, a thing that I would get over. And then, you know, I had to express to her, you know, like, that's not what it is. Like, this has been who I have been my whole life. It's just what I'm doing right now. And then, you know, we're here. It's still a process. I'm not going to sit here and, like, act like, you know, everything was copacetic. Like, some people, don't get me wrong, you're going to come out and your parents going to be like, oh, great. Like, you know, I always knew, but I still love you. I still accept you. And granted, my parents do still love me and they do still accept me. Partially, I think. But, it's definitely a hard pill to swallow. Like, but when I did it, honestly, I felt so much relief. But I have to deal with, like, both sides. Like, I have to deal with her, like, questioning, you know, like, what made you do that? Or, like, you know, I never thought you would be like that. Like, not really what's wrong with you, because she never said that. But it was more like, you know, I never thought that would be you. Like, you're so girly, you know, like, is it a phase? And then I have to deal with her, where it's like, oh, well, you know, you should have said something to your mom. Like, why you never say nothing? I feel like she don't like me because, like, you know, I'm the first person you brought home. So it's very much a battle, to be honest. It's very much a battle. But I say all of this to say, like, you know, live your truth. Like, be who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Do not try to, like, follow my whole thing, because I don't think faking, like, a pregnancy is the best way to break the news. But then again, that worked for me. I don't know what works for you. Whatever works for you, you can DM me, girl. We can talk about it. If you're thinking about, you know, letting your shit out, DM me, comment down below. We can talk about it. I can give you, like, some pointers and some things you can say, or tell you further details on my story so that you feel comfort, or whatever the case may be. But live your truth. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy story time. If you like what you see, make sure you like this video. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you leave them down below in the comment section, or send them straight to my DMs and I will answer them for you guys. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and make sure you also turn on your post notifications so that you're notified whenever I'm finna post a video.